welcome back to my channel. This week's video is so exciting. I am reading my long-awaited beauty, Alchemised by Yu, and I am so freaking excited. I'm reading it on my new Kobo Libra Colour so that I can annotate it, and I have been annotating it. I am literally 3% through, but I'm loving it. I'm like, you guys, you have no idea. So while also being a Alchemized reading vlog, it is also going to be a first impressions video for my Kobo, and like reading on my Kobo for a week, and giving you guys my thoughts on how I like the Kobo and etc. So I don't really have too much else to say at this point. I'm really enjoying the book, and I am honestly loving the Kobo. I have like a whole list of things that I am like currently really enjoying about it. And so for right now, I'm really just loving the annotating, and I'm loving the notebooks feature. I can actually show you guys really quick. One of my favorite things as well is when you swipe down from the top, it has your last 3 things. So my last couple of things I opened was for Alchemized, my little notebook. So I click it and it brings me to my Alchemized notebook. And so this is my annotation key. So I have like yellow is general info, pink is good quote, love, green is important information, and blue is of course sad. So, and then I also have, if you swipe, I have another page of just like thoughts throughout, and I'm just kind of like jotting my like thoughts and just like letting it free flow, and I'm loving it. I'm loving writing on it. I'm loving annotating in the book. It is literally amazing. So again, all you have to do to like open up where you were is you just whoop, swipe on down, and then you can just click on the book, and then it will open where you're at, which right now I'm literally on chapter 2. But I'm loving the page turn buttons. It's phenomenal. You see, but I highlighted, I circled, I wrote like a little note. Loving, absolutely loving. So loving the Kobo, loving the book, and I'll keep you guys posted. But that's really all I have to say for right now. I'll keep you guys posted, and I will update you guys when I have something to say. So just wanted to film a quick little update. So I am currently 14% through Alchemized, and I am loving it. Having such a great time. I just hit chapter 11, and it is so good so far. Loving the annotating, and I'm loving the notebooks and like how easy it is to get from your books to your notebooks. I can show you guys really quick how simple it is. Literally all you have to do is you swipe down, and then it shows you your last 3 opened things. And for me, it's my first impression video notes, the last book I read, and my Alchemized journal. So I click it, and then it brings me right to the Alchemized page, which I just have some like random thoughts. And then I have my annotation key on the first page. Love. And then you just swipe back down and go back to right where you were in the book. Obsessed. Obsessed with being able to change the brightness on the side. Like, that is amazing. I have had a few weird glitches where I was like trying to highlight something and then it was like highlighting the entire book and then the whole Kobo froze. And I ended up having to like hold down the power button and it like shut off and restart. So then I like finally was able to like delete the highlight. I tried re-highlighting the like one section I wanted to highlight and it did it again. But instead of like tapping it with my finger, I used like the erase on the stylus, and it erased the highlight, but I wasn't able to like highlight that one little section I wanted to highlight without it highlighting the entire book. So that was a really weird glitch, and that happened one more time after that. It didn't freeze the second time, but it was just a really weird experience. So I don't know if anybody else has experienced that. If you have, let me know down below, because it was definitely very strange. But overall, definitely enjoying the experience. I really love the page turn buttons. I love the reading stats that it gives you, and just the overall reading experience on the Kobo has been fabulous. So as a general idea, what this book is about is you are following, our main character is Helena, and there are two sides to the war. There's the Eternal Flames, and then there's the Undying. So the Eternal Flames have lost the war, and everyone has been killed pretty much except for Helena. And then there's the Undying, which are the winners of the war, and they're like taking over. And the battle of the war was essentially about the magic powers. It seems the Undying are like vivomancers, which are like healers, necromancers, which obviously create like the Undying, and then the Eternal Flames, I think, were like paladins, and I'm pretty sure Helena was like one of the only vivomancers on the Eternal Flame side. From what it sounds like, they did not like the magic that came with like the vivomancers and necromancers and like that kind of magic. And then so there's that, but then there's also other types of magic. It seems there's like in relation to like alchemy and metals and stuff like that. So there's like certain people can use iron, I think, really well, gold, this luminium, which is like a one specifically in this book, and gold. Did I already say gold? So like all the different, like the metals and all that stuff. So there's a lot going on with this magic system. And the magic is called resonance, and Helena essentially was trapped in this stasis tank for like months and months on end. They don't really know how she gets there. They finally find out how she got there. And during this process, one of the healers is using her resonance to get into Helena's mind to like see what's going on. And she stumbles across like all these I think it's called transferences or transmutations within Helena's mind, and they described it as like your brain has all these connections like a highway, and a bunch of her connections are like cut off or going the wrong way, and so like that's why she doesn't have like her memories. And so there's like the high necromancer, who is like the head of that side of the war, and he comes in and sees her, and he's like, okay, we're gonna get the high reeve on this, because he's the only one that can use this transference, which is, I guess, trying to get into her mind to like untangle her mind. And it's like all very interesting. I'm still learning as we're reading and some of it is a little bit confusing, but I hope I'm explaining it properly. And so then she is sent to go stay with the high reeve, who his name is Cain Farron. And so she is staying in Spirefell, which is Cain's family's mansion. His wife is there, and so she's staying there. And so she has to endure these like I think that it's called these transference sessions. And after the first one, she had some really bad side effects. So they were like, let's take it down to like once a month. Let's get her outside a little. Let's have her do some exercises. And So they're like doing that, and they've downed her sessions to like once a month. And so they're just trying to like get her memories back, essentially. So this whole time she's like exploring Spirefell, and she's like trying to figure out like what's going on, really. And Kane ends up, he's like, has like a party going on. She ends up spying on the party and finds out some like weird stuff about Kane, and then he kills a bunch of people. It's a lot, but it's really good. I'm enjoying it. And I know that obviously Alchemized is a rewritten like completely from, you know, Manacled is obviously like the original piece of work, the fan fiction. And there are some similarities, but it's been forever since I've read Manacled, truly. So there's some things where I'm like, did that happen? Did that happen? But it like on its own, as of right now, like it stands. The world building is pretty good. Like I said, it is a little much. It is a little bit confusing, and I'm just trying to like figure things out. But overall, really enjoying it, and truly being able to annotate has been helping me a lot, because it's been helping me retain information as I'm like going through it, because I'm like highlighting things that I think are like super important, and I can like go back to them. And like I said, I think I have the gist of it so far. So that's where we're at with that. I have a long way to go. It tells me I still have 23 hours to go of this book, which is fine. But so far, that's the plot that I have. And she just had her second transference session, and she still had some relatively negative side effects. Not as bad, but still some bad ones. And so yeah, so I guess we're just gonna see where it goes from here. They're trying to get her memories back. She's really not having, she's like getting memories, but they're not the ones that she lost. So, but she's lost, like, I think she said like 19 months of her life or something like that. She just can't, like, she doesn't even remember the war. All she remembers is like going, she's at the hospital like treating people. That's literally like all she remembers. She doesn't remember like anything else. So I'm interested to see, I mean, if you know Manacled, I feel like you obviously kind of know where the story is going. She may have completely changed it, I have no idea, but so I have this like general idea as to where I think the story is going, but at the same time I'm like, I don't know if that's where the story is gonna go. Today's Saturday, and this clip is already 14 minutes long, and I feel like I'm not gonna cut a lot of it out, so cheers to that. I'm drinking a Starbucks iced energy drink in Tropical Peach. It's pretty good. I think I prefer the Alani's. I feel like this is a little bit more of that like artificial flavor, but it's still pretty good. And I think I like this peach flavor better than the Alani new peach flavor, but they were out of cherry slush at the place that I went, so I got this. Drinking that, reading, vibing, chilling in my blanket, and then later my husband and I are going to this festival that just started in our area. It's called Panda Fest, and it's like an Asian inspired festival. So we're going there, I think at like 6 or 6:30. So I'll take you guys along with us there and take some clips. But my main thing is going to be reading for just a couple more hours. I don't even know what time it is right now. I think it's like 2 or 3 or something. So I'm just gonna be reading for a little bit longer, and then going to the festival. And then tomorrow's Sunday, okay? And I don't have any plans tomorrow, I don't think. So reading is what my plans are. Catch you guys at some point. I will see you guys in the next clip. also not me using my book light as a little light because it's very dark in my room, my living room. So I just wanted to give you guys a quick update as far as my lovely Alchemized. I'm currently 27% through. I just hit part 2. You guys, I fear this book is quite literally going to put me in a book slump. It's happening. I can already tell, which makes me sad because I'm like, I'm already a quarter of the way through. Like, what? I'm not ready. I'm not ready. The only thing I wish is that I honestly didn't read Manacled and like I didn't know like the general storyline that this was gonna take, because I feel like some things like aren't as like surprising to me because I'm like, oh, that's right, that happened. Like, so I'm kind of like expecting it, but the writing, phenomenal. These small little tiny bits of crumb diddly yumptiousness we get between Helena and Cain. You guys, I can't. I am quite literally obsessed with them. And all I want is to eat this book up. Like that's literally all I'm doing, is I'm just like reading in literally all my free time. I like don't want to do anything else. Obsessed. Quite literally obsessed. So that's the update. Like I said, just hit part 2. Ready to get locked in. It's like almost 8. So I'm probably gonna read down here for another 30 minutes and then head upstairs to bed and then read for another hour up there and then go to bed, which is sad, but it's okay. So obsessed. Kobo update. Obsessed. I love the freaking Kobo. I love reading on it. Like, I love the page turn buttons. I love the stylus. I love annotating in the books. There are some like weird glitchy things with like the highlighting that I'm not a huge fan of, the ghosting I'm not a huge fan of, but loving the notebook feature, loving how easy it is to switch back and forth, just really enjoying writing in the book. I get to like get all my thoughts out and like take notes when I want. And yeah, the page turn buttons, like really love those. And I just like the feeling. I put a new case on it because I'm testing out a new case. So this is the actual case from like the Kobo website. This case was freaking expensive. This was like $45. And if you ask me for a case, that's criminal, because the one I got on Amazon was like $18. So I don't know. I'm just testing this one out just to see how I like it. It doesn't have like what mine has, which has like straps and stuff, but I like found I really wasn't even using them. So because it's like so easy to hold, like truthfully, like it's so much easier than holding my Kindle Color Soft, which is why I have the pop socket on that. So definitely liking it. So I just wanted to see if I was gonna like this case, because if not, I will be returning it. But yeah, I just want to give you guys a quick update. Today's Monday. I don't know if I said that, but today's Monday. And yeah, I'm just live, laugh, loving this book, and I'm obsessed. Talk to you guys when I talk to you guys and give you guys some more updates. Part 1 was very dark. I'm just like putting this out there. Check the trigger warnings if you've never read Manacled or like anything like that. Part 1, I don't know about part 2, part 3, however many parts are, but part 1 is dark. There's a lot of like heavy topics that are like going on and things that are discussed that can be very hard to read about. Again, a lot of these things weren't a huge shock to me because I read Manacled, so I kind of knew what was happening. But if this is like your first time and you're reading this book, you've never read or heard of Manacled, definitely check the trigger warnings and just know that there are some very dark and heavy topics discussed. This scene is killing me right now. I literally am about to start crying. And we're only 42% through, people. So I have not talked to the camera since Monday, so I figured I would come on and give you guys a quick update and a quick little haul. So we went to Target last night and I ended up picking up this copy of Rose and Chains because I loved this book. I didn't vlog me reading this book, but I really enjoyed it. So I wanted to get the physical copy. So I got that. Beautiful. And then we went to Hobby Lobby this morning, and Sarah Caroli, she did her book room video, and she did like this gallery wall, and I was like obsessed. And so when we were at Hobby Lobby, I saw these couple of things, and I was like, oh my god, these would be perfect for like a gallery wall in my reading room slash office. So I picked up a couple things. So the first thing I got is I got this. It's like a picture frame, and I just feel like it would look perfect on a gallery wall. Like, tell me I'm wrong. It's got a Pride and Prejudice quote, and she's reading, and I just feel like this would be literally adorable. So I grabbed this, and then I also grabbed this canvas because I am obsessed. So it just says bookshop, and then it just has, it's like a little book card. Hello, my tiny bookshop. So I got this, and I just thought like having this on the wall would just be great, and I just think it would look really cute. So we're starting a gallery wall, and thanks to Sarah Crowley for her inspo. Let's talk Alchemised. So I am currently 47% through, and you guys, I am obsessed. Like, truthfully, what is going on between Helena and Kane, like their dynamic, I love it. Like, I have been making so many annotations, like I just can't get enough of them like together, even though they're not together. Like, they're just like, you know, playing around the edges of possibly someday potentially even liking each other, and just like their hatred for each other is, I love it. So yeah, but because I'm trying to keep this vlog spoiler free, there's really not too much else I can say. I'm still in part 2 of the book, and like I said, I just hit 47%. So I still have quite a ways to go for this book. I have like over 500 pages left. So this vlog is probably gonna go for at least another week or so, but I am loving it. But yeah, so that's the update. Honestly, I have not much else. Today we just did some shopping, and then we watched a movie, and we are going out towards the Groton area to hang out with my mom. We're gonna go to this place. It's called the Dinosaur Place, and they have like Halloween stuff going on in the evening. So we're gonna leave here in like an hour. We're going to Mohegan Sun because my husband loves Krispy Kreme, and so whenever we go out there, we always pick up some Krispy Kreme. And then my husband's been like obsessed with plants lately. Like you would think we live in a jungle at this point. But so we are gonna go to, there's like this really good plant store out there, so we're gonna head out there, and then we're gonna meet with my mom, and then do that Halloween thing, maybe grab some dinner or something. But those are the plans for tonight. And then tomorrow I have a baby shower for a friend. And so I'll be going to that in the morning. I think it's at like 11. So that'll probably go for a couple of hours. And then after that, I don't have anything planned. So hopefully I can get some reading done because today is not going to be a lot of reading. And I didn't read really at all yesterday either. So, because we, after work, pretty much just hung out with Auntie and Victor. And then me and Auntie watched 2 movies. I think Victor was up for both of them. So we watched 2 movies, got dinner, we went to Target. So just hung out really, but yeah, not a lot of reading getting done. So that is unfortunate, but hopefully I'll get some reading done tomorrow. I'm going to try to read for a little bit now before we have to leave. Cause I had to stop in like the middle of a chapter yesterday because I had to clock into work and I was like, I hate stopping in the middle of a chapter. So I'm going to try to at least just finish that chapter. That way I could at least feel better about that. And then we'll see. I'll try to take you guys to the Halloween festivities with us. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, I'm very excited. So my husband just got back from New York Comic-Con and he got me a couple things. Oh my god, this is so cool. So there's this Harry Potter picture, which I'm obsessed with. This is gonna go in my office and I cannot friggin' wait. And then the piece de la resistance. Senlin Yu had signed copies of her book. And oh my god, there's spoilers. It says spoilers. I haven't finished the book yet, so I guess that means I can't look at them. It's a postcard. You're like a rose in a graveyard, Karen. Okay, what else we got in here? All right. God, this book is thick. I've been reading it on my Kindle or on my Kobo, so I literally have had no idea how friggin', oh crap, feel how heavy this book is. It is a heavy book, but it's so pretty. That is a thick book, you guys. I've heard that the paper is really nice. And the end papers, beautiful. But yeah, so there was signed copies. Oh, there it is. I'm so excited. Literally, that paper, feel the paper.
Good paper.
That is like, you guys, that's some nice paper. Oh my god, it's so pretty. And I just love the cover. Obsessed. I really want to open these prints. Does it say like what it's a spoiler for? Let's see what we got. And I'm making a gallery wall in my office / reading room so I can put some of these in there. So this is the cover. It's so pretty. It's a black and white of the cover. My aunt's over here in case you're wondering who I'm showing these to. And then this is Helena and Cain. Oh, by the way, spoiler warning in case you haven't read the book. Oh my god, that's a huge spoiler! So fuck me! Okay, I can't look at these. We gotta wait till I finish. I figured they'd be in some sort of order. They're not. Oh my god, that was such a cute picture though. I know, it says right on it spoilers, but I didn't take it seriously. I didn't realize there was gonna be so many. Oh, alright, I'm excited. I'll have to finish the book first. And then we'll add that. Yeah, and then we'll do a little retake later. Careful. But very exciting. So I'll look at these once I finish the book, which I'm like 75% through now, so I'm hoping to finish it soon. It says I have like 6 hours left, so should finish it this weekend. What about the paper? Like, isn't the paper so nice?
It is the most exquisite.
You know what, Auntie?
It is the most exquisite paper I have ever felt. Ever.
You know what? I'm sick of your shenanigans.
I mean, I'm not getting any younger, honey. I've felt some seriously rough-ass paper in my day. Oh, yeah?
I'm sick of you. Just wanted to show you guys the stuff that my husband got me from Comic-Con. I'm very excited. He also got a couple of things, but I don't know. He disappeared, so... He got two shirts and a flannel. And I don't think he got anything else. I don't know where he went. We'll have to ask him someday. No talk. My reading room / office is currently under construction, so the angle's a little weird and you can see a little hint of stuff behind me, but that's going to be like a whole separate video. So I wanted to update you guys on Alchemised. So I think in the last clip I showed you guys my husband got me the edition from New York Comic Con that came with the art prints, and it was like signed. Absolutely loved. So I have that displayed over there. And I also got in the Juliana Smith book, Drawn Together, that came in the mail. And oh my god, you guys, I'm obsessed. And it came with an art print that I honestly I think she said they were coming in there, but I put it in a frame. I'm making for my reading room redo, you'll see, but so cute. I'm obsessed with this, and I'm obsessed with Fletcher. I love him. So anyways, those are the couple reading updates. I have literally not talked to the camera. I don't even know in how long. It's been a very long time. About 3 hours left, it says. And so I figured I would give you guys an update before I finish. So I am enjoying it, but I'm not enjoying it as much as I thought that I would. I think the problem is that the storyline and the twists thus far have been very similar to Manacled. So as these things are happening, I'm like, oh my god. But then I'm like, well, yeah, I kind of knew that was going to happen. Like, so it's not really like surprising to me. So it kind of took that like wow factor out of it. Like one of the big like whole things, you know, when we switch from part 1 to part 2, and I already knew that was like a big thing. Like I already knew that like going into it. Now, that part aside, I do still really love our two main characters, Helena and Cain. I do think that they are adorable together, despite everything they have going on. But the problem is I'm not feeling like connected to the characters, which is wild to say, especially because it's a 1,000-page book. Like, I feel like I should be connected to these characters. but I'm just not, and I'm like super disappointed. So I unfortunately don't think it's going to be a 5-star read. It's probably going to be like a 4, which is still amazing. But every time I pick it up, I've like just been living my best life. Love it. I just don't feel like, and like honestly, this is a me problem, but the magic system and like it is so, to me, so confusing, which is really unfortunate. There's like so much different stuff going on, and I think that the author does an okay job explaining it, but I feel like I'm also just confused. So many different types of magic, and like I don't know, I'm just kind of all over the place as to like a magic system. Like usually I'm just like kind of going along with it and not really asking questions. I'm just like, okay, that's the type of magic they're talking about right now, cool. But there's like animancy and necromancy and like alchemy and like just more subgenres, and I was just like, oh my god, this is just a lot. I'll keep you guys posted, and I will let you guys know when I finish it. The outro for this video because I have finally finished Alchemized by Senlin Yu. This is quite literally the heaviest book I've ever had in my life. Although it is like very, like I like how easily it like stays open and all that. I mean, I didn't read the physical edition. I had it on my Kobo, but here she is, stunning, and she's signed. I think I showed you guys the clip. My husband got me the signed version at New York Comic Con. So let's talk. So I finished this last night. It literally took me so long to read this book, so much longer than I thought. I started it, I think, on the 26th of September, and yesterday was the 16th. So that's like 20 days, which for me is a very long time, even for a book this long. So overall thoughts. So I gave this book a 3.5 stars, which is not bad before people start freaking out over 3.5 stars. I thought that it was a good book. I thought that the characters I really liked, our two main characters, Helena and Kane. But the magic system to me was very confusing. There was a lot going on, and I truthfully just feel like it was not explained very well, at least to me. And I felt like this book would have benefited from some sort of like magic glossary or something to like list out what the different magic types are, and stuff like that, because I have seen other books do that, and it is so helpful to just be able to like quickly flip back to the glossary and be like, okay, like what type of magic is this again? Because there was just so many. There's the alchemy, and then there's animancy, then vivimancy, then transmutation, and there was just so much. And so I honestly, like 30% through the book, I just gave up understanding what any of it was, and I was just like, okay, they're doing magic, like whatever. Like, and I just kind of like gave up on it, which is unfortunate, like, as I feel like that's just such a huge part. Like, and then even they're talking about these like arrays, and I'm like, what? Like, what do these really even do? Like, I just don't understand. Like, I just feel like it was not explained very well. So 3.5. It wasn't bad, but I just was not what I expected. I just really wish that the magic was explained better. And I don't know, I just didn't feel a connection between the characters. Like, I don't know, like I didn't have that emotional reaction, emotional pull that I was really hoping to have. I didn't cry a single time in this book, which, if you know me, I cry over like literally anything. And like, I think that especially books, when I get connected to characters, like I will sob. So I was very disappointed in that aspect of things. And because this is manacled, the Hermione fan fiction rewritten, I knew a lot of like the bigger like plot twists that were going to be happening, and so I just wasn't like surprised by things. And to me, the whole reason I loved Hermione, this book is heavy, I'm gonna put it down, but the whole reason that I love Hermione is the complexity of Draco and Hermione, and like how they pretty much grew up together and interacted with each other, and you know, Draco's interactions with Harry. And I just felt like, obviously this book can stand on its own, right? You take out all of the Harry Potter stuff, it stands on its own. But to me, I just felt like it was not I just felt like the characters didn't have as much of an emotional pull, because there wasn't that like dramatic background of the story, of the overarching story of the characters. And again, the magic system to me was just so confusing. So overall, I had an enjoyable enough time reading it. I don't think I would read it again. And it was okay. Like, if you like dark fantasy, then I say give it a go. There's definitely, I would check trigger warnings. There's definitely some heavy topics in here for sure. But yeah, it just was not my favorite book, and that was super disappointing because I was really, really hoping to absolutely love it. But such is life. So that is the update with Alchemised, all done, 3.5 stars. Video was also kind of about my Kobo itself and like reading on the Kobo. So I read Alchemised entirely on my Kobo, and I love it. There are definitely some positives and negatives. So let's go into the Kobo, because I actually was taking notes, which was nice and easy. So a few pros. The fact that you can annotate in the book was absolutely amazing with the stylus. Absolutely loved that. I also really enjoy, when you are in the book, up at the top it says page 8 of like whatever, I think this says 40 or 30. What that reflects is the page clicks. So every time it goes up, and I really like that. I found that actually super enjoyable, to be able to like kind of see exactly where I am in the chapter, know how many like page clicks I got to get to the next chapter. So I really loved that aspect of things. Love the page turn buttons. This makes, and like, it's just so ergonomical and easy to hold, like so much easier than like I don't feel the need for a pop socket or anything. Like, very nice, very easy to hold, which I really, really loved. The auto rotation, I again love that. Like, you literally can just flip it and everything just like flips so that you can hold it in your other hand. Love that. I like that the headers and the footers, you can do different things like page count. Like, I have the page count on the chapter for the top, and then the percentage read in the book at the bottom, which you guys saw. Love that. And I just like the ease of going back and forth between notebooks and your books, because you can just swipe down and you can go to your last 3 open things. So for me with Alchemized, it was nice because I was taking notes on the book as I was reading. And so I could just like swipe down, go back to the notebook, take some notes, swipe down, go back to the book, right exactly where I was. And it was just a nice, easy transition. So overall, I absolutely love the reading experience of the Kobo. I like the library, like the Libby integration overdrive. That part is really amazing. And I just like the overall, like the interface, and there's like reading statistics, which is one of my favorite things. So if you click more and then click more, and then you go to activity, and it shows you these cool reading stats. Like right now, that's what I'm reading, but it shows you like how long you've been reading that book, your average minutes per session, your pages per minute, and then it shows you your total. So like, so far on the Kobo, I've read for 41 hours and I finished 2 books. And I just really like the statistics. I just think it's really, really cool. It tells you like book progress, chapter progress, like really loving it. So I like that part of things. So negatives, I did not have many, okay, but definitely had some. Main negatives that I had, I did notice that the ghosting was more noticeable when you're like switching between stuff. The ghosting is definitely more noticeable on the Kobo. I did have quite a few times to restart my Kobo because there was some glitching with the highlighting. For some reason, like sometimes when I would like end a highlight right before there was like a page break, it would then highlight the rest of the book. And then I couldn't delete it and it would freeze and then I'd have to like restart the Kobo. It was annoying. It happened to me, I think, 3 times while I was reading Alchemized. And so that was very annoying. But to me, it's not the end of the world. I mean, everything is gonna have glitches. I've had issues on my Kindle with that, like, stuff as well, but I just wanted to say that was something that I did notice, was that I had this highlighting glitch. I don't know if it was just something that was on mine or if it's like a more prominent problem, but definitely did notice that as I was reading. It happened a few times. And there was once or twice, I think, where with that glitching issue, it like literally my Kobo just like shut off. And I was like, oh, so that's a thing that's happening. So that part was like really weird too. Like all of a sudden the white light down here would be blinking and then my Kobo would just restart. And I'm like, all right, so we're done. But yeah, so I think that's everything. Overall, really enjoy the Kobo. I really enjoy just the overall reading experience. I think that it's just a really good overall device. The color is very comparable to the Kindle Color Soft. I wish you could annotate on the Kindle, and I wish they had some of the page turn buttons. I mean, honestly, I have not used my Kindle since I got the Kobo, but that is really just because I was reading Alchemized, which was literally, I bought it on here and it was a very long book. So, and that was all I was reading when I was reading. So I just, usually I'll have like another book, but yeah, overall, it was definitely a really good reading experience to read on the Kobo. That, my friends, wraps up this video. We had Alchemized, which was a 3.5, and we had the Kobo, which was a 5 out of 5. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know down below if you read Alchemized, what your thoughts were. I originally was gonna do like a whole spoiler part of this video, but honestly, I just don't want to anymore, truthfully. Like, I'm not into it. I took notes and everything, and I'm just like, I want to be done with this book. But yeah, definitely let me know down in the comments if you've read Alchemized, what your thoughts were, if you've read Manacle as well. Try to keep the comments spoiler free or put like a spoiler warning. That way people know, because this video is spoiler free, so I don't want people to go to the comments and get spoiled. So just put spoiler warnings if you do put spoilers in, but I'm definitely happy to chat. You guys can always reach out to me on my Instagram as well. It's the same, Sabrina_reads and rambles, and I'm always happy to chat about books over there. So definitely feel free to go over there, hit that follow button, and DM me, because I'm definitely happy to talk about it there. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Oh yeah, mate.